let's make a carrot cake for my birthday. Bailey's here to help. Now my cakes usually have an egg or applesauce, but today we're doing pumpkin because it's a carrot cake, and I thought pumpkin would pair very well with spice and that kind of cake. So instead of a banana or applesauce, we have a 1/4 cup of pure pumpkin. I'm using the one from Thrive Market. I will tell you, I'm not a huge fan of organic pumpkin. I think it's just too gross, but the Thrive one is so nice and thick. So honestly, I could definitely recommend the Thrive Market pumpkin because I don't usually buy organic pumpkin because I think it's too watery. Nobody likes a watery product, but the Thrive one absolutely is fantastic. So we have that in our bowl. To that, we're going to add an egg. Could you sub out the egg? You could use yogurt. You could use a flax egg. You could use any of the, if you go online, any of the substitutes for egg you could use. I thought about it, but I went right with the egg because I figured I had it. We're just gonna mix that. We're gonna put our shredded carrot. Now it's about a 1/4 cup. I shredded just carrot chips. You could use shredded carrot, and I microwaved it just to get it a little bit soft because I don't want a crunchy carrot in my cake. It will bake in here, yes, but I want to make sure that the carrots are tender. So 1/4 cup of those bad boys. Mixed in with our pumpkin and our egg. Let's get that combined well. Dash of salt. And we're going to put our brown sugar. I'm using the Lakanto brown sugar substitute. You could use whatever one you choose. You want to use regular brown sugar? Hey, go ahead. Who am I to judge? But I prefer Lakanto. Oh, I used my tablespoon, but I got it off of the pumpkin. That's why we have multiple tablespoons in this house. 1, 2, this is a 0-point sugar replacement. We got our brown sugar, cinnamon, because I lost my teaspoon now. Jesus, this is a great video, isn't it? Denise can't find anything. I had a teaspoon out. Oh, here it is in my pan. Oh, my Lord. All right, we're going to do 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. You could, adjust that less or more if you wanted. If you want to put nutmeg, you can. Denise does not like nutmeg, so she would not put nutmeg in her carrot cake. So we have that. We want our baking powder, which is right over here. Oh my goodness, this is the crack of dawn. Nobody's up. I'm trying to get this filmed before everybody wakes up. 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. All right, let me check my list. I wrote this down this morning. Look at my cryptic list. All right, pumpkin, egg, carrots, salt, baking powder, monk fruit, extract. Haha, see, I didn't even have that out. Cinnamon, all right, vanilla extract. You can use cake batter too. Doesn't really matter, honestly. Whatever you want to use. I'm just going to use vanilla. I thought about using cake batter, but I'm good. I'll do about 1/2 teaspoon. Okay. So everything, I think they consider brown sugar wet ingredients, but all that combined, mash that brown sugar, because even the sugar substitute sometimes clumps. It smells good. And that's a good sign. If something smells good, you kind of know it's going to taste good. My oven is already preheating. Around 375. It depends on your oven. You know how things bake. So always remember that. Just because I tell you something, you should always check your oven, because oven temperatures vary. The older the oven, the different the oven. The different types of ovens. All right, we're gonna put our flour. I'm doing a 1/4 cup. I'm doing the King Arthur flour. That is actually shaves off a point of this, which is fantastic. And I'm going to do a tablespoon of walnuts. My tablespoon's over here. Chopped. Okay, because I like walnuts in my carrot cake. If you don't like walnuts, don't put them in. This looks beautiful. Happy birthday to me. Every year I make myself a birthday cake on my birthday. And I almost forgot, but somebody sweetly reminded me that I didn't believe I didn't have a carrot cake. I have carrot cake everything else, but no literal carrot cake. So now we do. And wait to see how we frost this. Yes. I kind of alluded to interesting frosting, but I didn't say what it was. That's good. Okay. We're good. We're good. That tastes pretty good. All right. Get that out of the way. Get this. Get these out of the way. All right. Mini loaf pan. You could use any kind of, you can even use this in your bundt maker if you want. You'd probably get 2 or 3 bunts out of this. But what I've learned, and I've mentioned it in a video, but I will say it here again, if you're baking in like a ceramic or any kind of bakeware, use the Pam type spray. Don't use this one, the non-aerosol. Yes, this is better for frying pans, but for baking, everything sticks. But not with this. So who'd have thought? You know, I would have never thought that that would have mattered, but it does. So we liberally spray, and I like the butter when I do baking. All right, just plop it in there. Should we put sprinkles in? Because I always need to put sprinkles in my birthday cake because it's a party. It's a birthday party. It's my birthday party for me. Happy birthday to me. So I don't know. I don't want to ruin it with sprinkles, but we should, shouldn't we? Let's see if I can find the sprinkles. So I'm topping it with some sprinkles and a little bit of the crumbs from the walnuts. Just a little crumb. Some way you get little crummy things so people know that there's walnuts in there. So just the crumbs. I still have some in here. So we're going to bake this, I think, at least a half an hour. That's usually the case for most of the baked goods, but I will definitely let you know. And here she goes into the oven. Birthdays are coming. Toothpick test. She came out clean. Looks like cake. It is cake. Cake for one. I love these because once it's eaten, it's gone. And it looks delicious. I thought the sprinkle had a little something fun to it, but I'm going to let this cool completely. And we're going to loosen it, of course, and I'll pop it out. And I bet she won't stick. Why? Because we use this. Yep. Who knew? I didn't think it would make a difference, but apparently it does. So I'm going to let her cool completely. Then we're going to, I think, cut her down the middle and then maybe fill her with some delicious either yogurt dressing, frosting, or cottage cheese frosting. I'm on the side of which one to use. Either one. It's going to be yogurt or cottage cheese. I'm thinking cottage cheese. With a little bit of, I have cream cheese flavoring. Maybe some sugar-free cheesecake pudding mix in there to thicken it up. Yeah, I'm excited. But happy birthday to me. And I'm going to taste this with you guys after we frost, but that won't be for a while. Half a second for you, but a while for me. She unmolded beautifully, as I suspected she would. Let her cool, and then we will get to frosting. All right, we're going to make our icing for our carrot cake. Now, you could take this any way you want. You can put any icing you want. You want to make cream cheese with regular cream cheese? Go ahead. But I'm going to do cottage cheese. So I just have my regular small curd cottage cheese and I'm going to whip it good. Yep. You could buy it. Now I was going to buy it, but I thought, you know what? Nobody. So we're just going to whip it by hand with an immersion blender. It's going to make it creamy and smooth. You could use ricotta, anything cheese. Like I said, cream cheese, yogurt. If you make homemade yogurt, I would do that. Yeah, I was thinking about doing yogurt, but I went with the cottage cheese. So I'm just going to whip this bad boy up, and then we're gonna measure some out. Because there's about a half, I'm not using all this. It's about a half a container. So I'm just gonna whip it all, and then I'm gonna put 1 or 2 points worth. We'll see how much I feel like using. There you have nice, smooth cottage cheese. You can do that anytime. If you don't like the curds, immersion blender works great. So we're going to put away our immersion blender, the other one in the sink, and we're going to measure out as much as we want to use. So the points will vary depending on how much frosting. Do you want it on the top? Do you want it in the middle and on the top? Again, it's your cake. You decide how much you want. Shouldn't be me, should be you. Because maybe you're like, oh my gosh, I don't want to spend that many points. Now our cake is only 3 points. 2 for the flour and 1 for the nuts. Now, of course, you could have the 3-point flour, which most people will have. So it'll be 4 points for regular flour. This is that pizza flour that's a little bit better in points. But you know what? Use whatever you have. Don't go be buying that just because. I mean, after you use up what you have, that's what I did. Then I opened that one up. But I wasn't gonna throw it away just because. Oh my gosh, I get a free point. It's a stinking point some days. But like I said, you want to ice in the top. You want to ice in between. I think I'm gonna do both, or maybe just in the middle. Because I put the sprinkles on it. Again, like I said, it's a fun thing. What do you want to do? Where do you want to put it? I don't know. Well, sounds delicious to me. So let's cut the cake, measure out my cottage cheese. And we're going to add a little bit of something to it. Thicken it up, give it a little bit of extra sweetness because there's really not any sweetness in this. We're going to put some sweetener in here. We're going to put some pudding mix in here. You know, we're going to decadent it up. So I measured a 1/3 cup. Again, you can put as much or as little as you like. I'm going to put some Jell-O cheesecake, a teaspoon. I don't know if I'm going to put some extract in there. I don't really want to cover up the cheesiness of this, but we might. We'll see. And this will give it a nice help thickening it, but we definitely want some sweetener in here. So I'm going to grab a little packet of whatever sweetener you have on hand. It could be monk fruit, it could be Splenda, it could be, you know, I'm going to grab Splenda because I have one right here. That's fine for me. One Splenda. Because you don't need it to be overly sweet, but, you know, we just want a little bit of sweetness. Look how thick it's getting. You could put protein powder in here if you so are inclined. That's how thick. Look at that. Give it a taste. I think I don't want it any sweeter. Perfect for me. Ooh, that's really good. Oh, cream cheese. All right, got our cake. I wound up wrapping it up because the day got away from me. Let me grab a plate. All right, let's look at the center because I think it's worth taking a look at. Look at the nuts and the carrots and the color. It's a carrot cake in my opinion. Okay, so we're gonna put half in the middle. I've got a teaspoon of nuts that I didn't use up, so we're just going to put some of them in the middle. I will count for them. It'll be a tablespoon and a teaspoon. Then we'll put the lid on. And then we'll put, look at that. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's your cake. You're not in a contest. Oh, my cake isn't pretty. Is your cake good and decadent? Yeah. All right, rest of a little bit of nuts. So there. If you had pineapple, I would put pineapple in here too because, you know. There you have. Happy birthday to me. Right. If you want to sing at this moment, please feel free. Happy birthday to me. I still have a little bit of icing that I haven't used, but there you have it. Let's have a taste. Make a wish. Alrighty, let's taste her. Let's see if she's, you know. Now remember, don't expect it to taste like a bakery cake because it's not. But we just want to see, like, is it good? Is it satisfying? because that's what we're looking for. Not for, oh my God, my bakery tastes better. Your bakery should taste better. But is she good? Yes, she is. And it had frosting. Pretty gosh darn good. She is moist. Let me show you the inside. She is moist. She's really good. What? All right. Let me end this video because I need to finish this. Total points will be 3 for the cake. The frosting, I believe, is 2 points. I think a third of cottage cheese is 2 points. I could have went with a quarter, but again, 5 points. Maybe with the extra nuts, the most it could be would be 6. And we even have a little treat for later. So that is it for my birthday this year. Oh my God, she's a good one. She's fantastic. How do you stay on Plan D? This is what I eat. And you could eat the whole thing. But honestly, you might get to half and be like, I'm really satisfied. And if you are really satisfied, you should stop. Save half for the next day. You know, just because you can doesn't mean you should. I will leave you with that. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big old thumbs up. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, join us here at Dish with D. Wish me a happy birthday and subscribe to my channel. Thumbs up. Have a question, leave it in the comment section below. I will dish with you another day. This is what we're doing here. Revolutionary. Bye-bye, my lovelies.